Okay. JNSQ. 51% reputation. It's so low because I'm converting it into... I don't even remember what I'm converting into. Science, I think. Let's actually find out. Oh, nothing. I actually turned that off. I think I was planning on... I'm already annoyed with the music. Let's go ahead and crank the music down to, say, 5%. 4%, sure. There we go. That's better. That's funny. We have exactly 150 science. Okay. So we can turn reputation into funds. And we don't want to do this for more than 25%. This will take 20 rep, which is like nothing. And it'll give us funds. So we say yes to that. And then we do the unpaid research program for also 24%. And then we get the science for it. And the reason we do that, there's a reason we're doing this. You don't want to go over 50% of your reputation taking because there's a bug in the game where it actually ends up taking double what you asked it to. So 24 and 24 is 48. I could have done one of these at 25, I suppose, but hey. You want to at least gain a little bit of reputation. So we should be gaining 2% of our reputation as we go forward, and then I don't know exactly how the conversions work if we actually get more science and more funds because we're losing more reputation, but this works for me, and then I can leave it like this all game because this is all I care about, is not getting too much reputation and instead getting science and funds. So let's go ahead and get out of here. Let's see if there's any more contracts. We're heading to Gilly. That's the idea. Anything? Haul an ant into an escape trajectory out of Eve. That should be really easy because as soon as we arrive at Eve, we're going to be on an escape trajectory, and as long as we have an ant on our ship, we'll be fine. So let's look at the contracts we have. Here's what we're going to be making here. We are going to be performing a spacewalk in orbit of Eve. Not a big deal. Just when we get into orbit, in order to go to Gilly, we're going to just hop out of the ship and boom. So then we're going to position a satellite in a specific orbit of Gilly. I already have 2 up there, but hey, what's one more? We are going to bring those surface things with us, and we're going to install them. So we're going to have that. We are going to bring an ant along in order to test it on the way. That'll probably be on this satellite. Then we are going to this asteroid thing. I think there's a bug here. I haven't yet mapped one, and it's been up there for like 7 years. So I have a feeling that it's not ever going to happen. I might just wait until this thing is... I mean, the deadline is 700 years from now, so maybe it does take that long. But, I mean, that's crazy that we've had it out there for 1% of the time. We found 0. So, and then just science data for the surface of Gilly, just your standard... That's a lot of money, so that's pretty cool. So let's go ahead and start working on our ship. I don't think I actually started making a ship. If I did, I would probably have called it Gilly 2. Nope, I have the Gilly 2 sat, which is the thing. So this is actually going to be Gilly 1. So let's go ahead and cancel that. Let's make Gilly 1. And Gilly 1 is going to have... I don't think it needs an orbiter. It needs a... That ambient sound is annoying. I'm so picky with the way the game sounds are. Let's see. Let's go ahead and go into settings, ambiance. Let's chop that down to 10. Let's see what that sounds like. Okay, that's a little bit better. Okay, so we want at least a scientist and an engineer, and I think we're going to try to send a pilot as well, just so we don't have to worry about things. So we want something that holds 3 people. Let's order by mass. So we could use the old standard Mark III command pod. We could use the pomegranate. It is eventually going to be coming home. Yeah, I think the good old standard Mark III command pod. Boom. All restocked up, but it's basically the same thing. This looks a lot like a docking port, but of course it's not one. And it's going to need a parachute. The big one. Let's go ahead and slap that on there. That's nice. It's going to need... I don't think it needs drug chutes. I think we'll be fine with that. It is going to need a heat shield because coming back from Eve is going to be harrowing at best. We need the 2.5? Yeah, we need a 2.5 meter heat shield. We'll just do that. And for some reason I like that color better than all the other colors. But let's do that. Let's see what kind of variants we have. None. We have no variants whatsoever. Okay, now, what we need to do is we need to come back from Eve with this. And we don't need to come back from low orbit of Eve, but we do have to come back from Eve. So I'm just bringing up my cheat sheet here with my JNSQ Delta V map. There we go. Could I easily make this the thing? Let's try this. Properties. Not Explorer. I guess that. So if I say do that and bring it up above the game, and then I transition, you can see the map. There it is. Okay, so here's what we're doing. We are, if I could do this correctly, we're returning from Eve. We've got, we've got, I don't know if you can see, yeah, you can see my cursor, sweet. We've got 1720, give or take, to eject, and 600 for the plane change. That's 2,300, 2,400 meters per second is what we need to get home from Eve. That's not too bad. Now, Gilly is tiny, so we basically don't need to worry about it. That's an error in the calculation for Eve. So as long as we have 2,500 meters per second, when we're at Gilly, we should be fine. We also need this to slow down to get to Gilly. So we need, let's say 2,000. We'll just round up, and then to I'm sorry, I was doing it wrong. This is to eject from Kerbin there. This is to get into orbit. So we probably need 2,000 or so to stop, and another 2,000 to leave again to get back to Kerbin. Because Gilly's higher, so it takes less Delta V to slow down at Gilly than it does at Eve itself. And I'm hand waving these calculations. I don't actually know what they are. Could be 1,500, could be 2,100. I have no idea. I'm just going to guess it's 2,000. If it's not, we'll figure it out when the time comes. So so we want 2,000 to leave from Gilly, and then we want 2,000 to stop at Gilly from interplanetary. So let's start with knowing that we need that. And so what we need here is we need a fuel tank. And let's go with this guy. No, you're garbage. It was about that before. Ogre 420. Oh, geez, I never. Thank you for saying that. Oh boy, that's been up there for a while. I'm not used to. Sorry, Ogre. Yeah, thank you for saying that. Yeah, I looked that up. Geez, a long time ago. So hopefully I didn't completely ruin my stream. Thanks for saying that. How you doing? How's it going? OBS has a preview and then a what you're gonna see on the stream window, and I was looking at the preview window thinking everything was fine, and it wasn't. But what are you gonna do? There we go. Okay, are you still here? You are. Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, OBS can be a pain. It is wonderful. It's a fantastic piece of technology, and it's absolutely free. But it is hard to use sometimes. Okay, let's go ahead and build the fairing around this guy. Boom, boom. Oh, it's clipping the arm. I guess I should use the arm as the maximum point here. There we go. Okay, now we need to get this ejected from Kerbin to Eve, which is 20. We'll say 3 grand. 3 grand should be more than we need. Save it. I never save, but I will. Let's see. Fuel tanks. We need a lot of fuel. 20-some grand. That's crazy. That'll be on the bottom stage. If we just throw a jumbo and we'll say... Not the Wolfhound. Where's my new favorite engine? Obviously it's too big, but... Yeah, what if we do the Wolfhound? I just don't like the thrust to weight. Mainsail's terrible for this. Maybe the skipper. That's not what I wanted. There we go. Skipper might be a good trade-off, but I need roughly twice that. Not quite. Maybe this will do it. That's getting closer. We need 22 and 6 is 28. That's pretty darn close to 28. Yeah, I think I can live with that. I think I can live with that. I could even... I could do nukes. I did just unlock them. I just hate nukes because they take forever to get you going. But they're exactly what this kind of thing is made for. Although they're really not, because most of this is going to be an ejection that I want to do in low kerbal orbit, which nukes just kill your Oberth effect savings. So I think I'm gonna stick with this. Can we turn these gray? We can. Oh, look how pretty that is. So this is gonna be in space. I think I'm cool with this. I would consider a nuke on this stage, but I don't want to land with a nuke either. I feel like I want another reaction wheel. Just for that stage. Okay. Then we need to get this into space. Oh, I guess when you boat tail it, you lose the shroud. Do I have an option for a boat tail with a shroud? I guess it's boat tail or shroud. That's sad. So don't really want to have it clipped. I guess that'll work. Let's now go crazy. That's a little too crazy. Let's go this crazy. Is this... Yeah, this is just a smaller version of that. So this is the biggest tank we have of this size. Oops. Yeah, I got the whole thing. Okay, now what can we do on the bottom of this bad boy? Is the Rhino a good choice? It's not bad. I need 2 of them. Actually, let's do it right. Assuming I have the correct engine plate, which apparently I do. It's the only one I haven't bought yet. Okay, 3 grand. Very, very low. No, I'm not done yet. We're gonna we're adding side tanks. Don't worry about that. I think I want because I'm playing JNSQ. I need 4,900 meters per second, so I need 1,900 more than I currently have to get this guy into orbit. So we are gonna triple this guy. Bring these out a little bit so they don't touch. And then we're going to add boosters to the side. And what we're going to do here is the absolute biggest SRB, which is this guy. He has a burn time of 85 seconds. So if we turn on crossfeed, how much fuel can we burn in 89 seconds? Let's go for broke here. One of the big ones here, or 85 seconds, I should say. So we light this guy. He burns for 80 seconds, which is pretty darn close. When I slap, that's too much. That's probably too much. 97, yeah, that's too much. We can't actually do it with this. Maybe we should do it like this. Whoop. Come on, get on there. There you go. That with that. 37. That's too little, but then where's your younger brother here? Can't do that. I'm assuming this is the right size. It's not the right size. That's bad. Let's try jumbos then. That's 36 seconds. 71 seconds. 76 seconds. I think that's fair. And then bam. So then these guys go together. And then this. So that's 3.9. That's still not enough. But I'm wondering, Kerbal Space Program does get confused sometimes about TWR or thrust to weight when you, or not thrust to weight, delta V values when you're. Those are very large. Why isn't it let me? That's funny. Did I just screw this whole thing up? No, that's really weird that it's doing that, but okay, let's just start over. Yeah, these guys are not, whatever I did to cause them to do that, I don't know what I did. Seems totally reasonable. Flat fin with an elevon? Oh, you mean this guy? I never use this guy. What I like to do to get the decoupling, and I'll show you in a second here. Are you talking what's the heck's it called? I don't think I have it. No, I don't even have it. It's the it looks like a little wing, right? Is the one you're talking about? Yeah, I don't have it yet. What I like to do is take one of these guys and slap him on here, and then slap him on here, and then rotate it like that. That's what I like to do, and then they tend to fly away as they get decoupled. That's my preferred method. I think we're going to do that as well. Actually, let's do this a different way. I just don't like that. I like the engines set up the way they go. Okay. So we're going to try that. We're going to see how that works. Oh, that's too small. This guy. We'll try this and just see what happens. I have no idea if this is enough delta V to get us into space, but I'd rather try it than do calculations, because calculations are boring. So you guys are all together. Then we drop them, and then stuff happens up here. Then we drop. What is this? This is the plate down here. We don't need to worry about that. That's this guy and him are together. Then by the end of this, we're in space, presumably. So that's when this happens. And then I'll worry about the rest when we get there. I don't think this is gonna work. I think I need. Yeah, this is liquid fuel and oxidizer that's going through this crossfeed into here, so that while these are burning, these big boosters on the side are burning, these engines down here are burning this fuel. So when these things finish, and we kick them off, most of this tank still has fuel in it. So it's as if these things are like these engines are helping to burn with these guys, along with fuel that we're going to be tossing the tanks for. That's the whole point of that thing. This wing is a rectangle. But here, I'll show you. I'll show you as we go here. Let's go ahead and save it. Get out of here, and get us into space. Well, get us into probably not actually space, but get us onto the testing ground here. Nah, I don't like fuel lines. Fuel lines. The day they invented crossfeed in the decouplers, I stopped using fuel lines. Gilly 1, we want Valentina, Bill, and Sigster on that. And if this makes it into space, we'll do it. But if it doesn't, I will happily consider this a test flight of the whole process. Oh, you know what? This is definitely not going to work. I'd be surprised if this actually survives the launch pad. It did survive the launch pad, but we are reverting this thing to vehicle assembly. The Eve test with a flyby probe. Are you talking? I can't say her name. Wiziski. Are you talking about contract I had last time I streamed? Because I've been doing a lot of playing off stream, sadly. So not everything you're going to see is. This is all new stuff, but we are going to Eve. We're going to Gilly in particular. But I've already done a flyby of Eve, and that probe came back. Oh, that's auto-structure's locked on you? Okay. I don't like that, but can I auto-strut you? You can. Okay, let's go to root part, and then you go to root part, and then we should be fine.